少嘅 YouTube 少，TikTok 就有啊，廿幾三十幾。TikTok 就廿幾三十幾。Alright, welcome to our New York stream. Just give me a moment while I do my final settings here. Alright, okay, so let's get started. Alright, first things first, we will look out for the fundamentals for today, which we have later in about 23 more minutes, right? We have unemployment claims. So previous is 208 and the forecast is 212. And of course, unemployment claims, if you guys know by now, it's lesser. Alright, it needs to be lesser than 212 for it to be good for the US, alright, which means it will cite the US. And which means if it's citing the US, then gold will drop, GBP USD will drop, USD CAD will rise, USD JPY will rise. Alright, so 8:30 in about 23 more minutes, give and take, right? We will have the unemployment claims data. Alright, so let's just get started with the analysis, alright, as usual. Okay, for gold, I've said it basically since the Monday of this week, right? Since the start of this week. Basically, I'm looking for a short position on the hour 4. Alright. So if you look at hour 4 between these two lines here, alright, it's my range to actually take a short. Even though yes, we have a tap in here once, okay, but on the 15 it doesn't show me a change in the structure. Alright, so it will be a little bit riskier to take an entry right now. Alright, but if we look at this level here on the 15, alright, the market shows that the price will continue going upwards on the 15. Okay, but of course, you go with your bigger time frame. Alright, your bigger time frame is the hour 4, which if we look at this whole rate, the whole zone here, alright, from the top to the bottom, it's a 200 pip zone. Alright, so the possibility for this to even go higher, alright, it's something that could happen. Alright, something that could happen. Okay, so we want to just keep in mind and also just keep a lookout for gold. Alright. So on the 15, I have two zones here. Alright, which is from 2295. Let me just redo this. Alright, 2295 all the way to 2291.8. Alright, this is the zone, the first zone, and the second one would be here from 2290.49 all the way to 2283.2. Alright, so that's the zone that I'll be keeping an eye on this two. As soon as it comes below, I will hop down to the 1 minute to actually look for a opportunity to buy this guy back to the top side. Alright, and eventually, of course, targeting to break this high and go even higher, and then on the hour 4 we can actually look for positions to take a shot. Alright, so for gold at the moment, I'm not going to hop into any trade, even though yes, I know we've been waiting since Monday up until today. Basically today is Thursday already, right? We have one more day, which is tomorrow for the week. So this whole week, I never even got into a single trade because none of it actually go according to what I'm expecting for. All right, so for gold, we can see that this movement, all right, it's very slow, but it's descending. All right, it's coming down, but at a very slow pace. So I'm not gonna try and force any positions, all right, because I just want to make sure that I have the right setup and I have a good entry where I know the risk to reward is much better. All right, so I'll be waiting for the buy at this level here. All right, if any of you guys have taken a sell from the top or somewhere here, all right, you can basically you're already in profits, right? You're already in major profits. So what you can do is just set break even and just target this price here at 2295 because this zone here, right? Like I've said, all right, this order block here, all right, with this break towards the upside, it's not being mitigated yet. All right, it's not being mitigated, and if you want to look at fair value gap or whatnot, all right, we also can see that this fair value gap is not mitigated. All right, this smaller box here is the fair value gap, so it's not mitigated at all. So which means the possibility for the price to come to this level is very high, but of course we are not here to play a gamble or whatnot, right? So we just want to make sure where the direction is heading to, and we'll just wait until the market comes to us, and then we will start placing an entry. All right, so for gold, my direction is looking towards the upside. Okay, I'll just put this guy here. Okay, so I'm looking for a buy at this level or this level, either one. All right, this is the 15-minute, and of course hour 4 is here. All right, it's a downwards trend that we're going to take. Okay, so for gold, we're just going to keep an eye on what we see. As soon as it taps, then we will look for opportunity. All right. Okay, GBP USD, we see this massive dump and a massive rise again. Okay, basically this happened like I've said yesterday, right? We have 7 o'clock for GBP, right? Especially this official bank rate. This one will definitely give a little impact. This as well. This two as well. And 7:30 we have this guy basically giving us the speech or something. All right. So that is why we see this massive move on the 15th. Right. Hour 4 basically we are looking for a sell as the same with gold. All right, but we are still waiting for this zone here because same like 15-minute, right? This is hour 4. This order block is broken and it's not mitigated. All right, and if you're saying like fair value gap, all right, we have this which is being tapped in already. Fair value gap is being tapped in, but I think it will definitely rise all the way to this zone here. And if you can see this FVG and also this order block here, right? There's an overlapping here. Right, so the possibility for this to tap this overlap and just dump is very high. Okay, so we just want to wait until we have a tap in on our zone. Okay, but on the 15-minute here, right, initially I was waiting for this zone to buy, right? But what we have here is basically a break below on the 15. Okay, we have a break below, which of course we have this break on last week Friday, right, heading upwards, and now the price actually broke below again, indicating that the 15-minute temporarily is coming down, right? Temporarily it's coming down. So I'm going to wait until I see a proper retracement, and then I will start looking for entries. All right. So GBP USD, some bigger time frame is coming down. 15-minute at the moment is also coming down. All right, so we'll just wait until we see something. Okay. GBP AUD. All right, hour 4 is definitely from here to here. All right, we have this change here moving upwards, and then another change coming down again. So that is why I have these two zones here that I'm looking to take a short position as soon as it taps. Okay, but of course we want to take a buy entry to this level here, to the 50. Right, so we are currently here. Okay, So we hop on to the 15. Okay, remember I said we have this change here, which indicates the market is heading upwards. Okay, the price has tapped in. Okay, I'm going to look at 1 minute. Let's see if this guy has already left. Yep. Okay, so this specific trade, all right, I'm using this level here. Okay, a little bit aggressive. Okay, we have a change. I pull my fib, and the entry should be at the 618 or the 0.5, right? With the stops targeting this low, right? Giving a little bit room to breathe. I give a 3 pip room. Okay, the TP I'm going to target all the way to the top of the 15 here. This is where we're going to target first, and then we will target this ultimately. All right, but looking at the 1 minute here, all right, price has taken the order and already left. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of risk, all right, because this is already after the pound news. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of risk. I'm going to use 0.25%. I'm going to set a buy limit. As long as this price is not breaking this high yet, we are still able to actually take this trade. All right, so see if you guys would want to hop in together. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of risk here to see if I can get this guy, because I've been waiting for this guy since Tuesday. All right, so we'll see if we can get something out of GBP AUD. I'm going to target the 15-minute high as the first TP, all right? Just give me a minute. Okay, so reason for this trade, right? Simple. 15 minutes here. Okay, we know our 4 is coming down, but we can actually take a counter trend trade, all right, to push this guy back at least to the 50 here, all right, or eventually tapping into this zone. All right, this is where our destination is. All right, so on the 15 we do see this change here, right? We have a break of structure, and then we have this change of character, so meaning my zone is from here to here. All right, so by pulling the fib, okay, the 50 level is definitely somewhere in the middle here, which we don't have any demand. All right, and then we only have one here, and of course we have another one at this level here. All right, at the bottom here. All right, this is another zone that we can look at. Okay, so we definitely see this tapping in, broke below. All right, and this final zone actually did tap in because of the news just now at 7. Okay, so let me just remove this, the first one here, because you guys know that when it's broken, I'm going to ignore, right? But we have this final zone here that is not mitigated until here. Okay, so we have a tap in. All right, we have a tap in. So usually what I do when the first tap in happens, I will look at the previous bullish candle. All right, the previous bullish would be my high, so that I know where I need to see. So this is the previous high. Alright, and then eventually it came up and it broke below again and taking out this one here as well. Alright, so we have this sweep here. Alright, we have a sweep here. So then this is my new low, and if I'm going to target the previous candle high, bullish high, which is this candle here. Alright, we have a break. Okay, we pull a fib. Right, so obviously we will first be looking at this level here, but do we have a 3 candle proper retracement closing below the previous low? Right, so this is the first. We have 1, 2, this one did not close below, and then it broke above again. Right, so to me this is not a retracement. So I will trail this guy. It's not tapped in. Trail this guy all the way until here. It tapped in on the 618, gone even lower, and then pumped. Okay, so I'm targeting that this guy here. The reason why I'm taking a bit of risk to put a entry here is because this guy pumped, but it did not break this high. Okay, so if it did not break this high, which means I'm still able to actually take a little bit of risk and try to take a buy back towards the upside. Okay, so I'm going to set an alert here so that I'll be notified when the price taps this level. Alright, and if we look at this one here, this is a 23 pip stop. Okay, and targeting this high, we have a 1 to 1.48 at the first destination here. Alright, so when the price comes here, I'm going to take a little bit of partials, maybe 50% or maybe 70% of it, and then I'm going to break even the rest. I'm going to let it ride all the way up to the top of the 15. When it taps 15, I'm going to take a little bit more partials, and I'm going to target the hour 450 level, which is here. Alright, so this is a huge TP range that we can actually look at. So I want to see if we are able to get something here. Okay, and if we are able to get it, then it's gonna be the first trade for the week. Alright, so it's already been tapped in. Okay, we are currently still on entry level. Okay, so we'll just let this be, and we'll come back to this later and actually take a look on this pair to see how it goes. Okay, and if you look at this one here, my stop is just slightly below the zone. Right, it's just slightly below the zone because I just give just about 3 pips buffer. Alright, so usually what I do, I just give about 3 pips because that is including the spread already. Alright, because the broker that I use, the spread is about, for GBP AUD, is around 1.5 pip to 2 pip max. Right, so we'll see if we can get this guy to actually go higher. Alright, okay, we'll look at Euro AUD. Alright, Euro AUD is a sell that we are waiting for on the hour 4. Okay, we'll look at the 15. Okay, so 15 minutes here. Do we have a proper retracement here? 1. Yep, so obviously this is a break here already. This one here is a break. So this guy is already riding down. Okay, but we'll see if we can get any entries for this. Because when we have this break here already, anything up here I'm not going to take. Alright, so this is going to be my current high, and my low is not confirmed yet. Alright, but this is what we are looking at. So Euro AUD, I'm just going to keep an eye to see how it is. Alright, okay, Euro CAD is going up on the hour 4. Hour 4, it's a buy. Right, hour 4 is a buy. On the 15th, it's currently heading towards the downside. Alright, it's still dumping. We don't have a proper retracement as of now, so we'll see how it's gonna go. Alright. USD CAD on the hour 4, it's coming down. On the 15th, we are waiting for this break here, or if it's gonna tap in here, then we will be looking for an opportunity to short this guy. But bear in mind, in about 5 minutes, we have unemployment claims coming out. So it will definitely affect the market, not only USD, it's going to affect the pound, Australian, Euro, Canadian, the yen, everything. Everything is going to be affected for sure. Alright, so we'll just monitor to see how this guy is going to move, and we'll see if we can get something. Okay, USD and NZD USD hour 4 it's going up. Alright, looking at the 15, it's currently nowhere near my buy or sell zone, so I'm not going to do anything about it first. Alright, Euro USD as well, it's pumping. I'm still waiting for this zone. Alright, so on the 15th, I'm not going to take any trade. I'm just going to wait until I see something. Alright, AUD USD, it's dumping. Right, AUD USD is dumping. But in order to take AUD USD on the 15 minute, this is where I'm planning to sell. When the price tapped in, I will look on the 1 minute for confirmation, right? And the infamous yen pair, all right, 15 minute is dumping, but I'm not going to take the trade first. Okay, because I have experience, which is during the US session, especially 8:30. I have experience whereby all the yen pairs were dumped, all right, because of the intervention from the BOJ. So I'm not going to take any yen pair trades for now, even though I know NZD JPY is in my zone. All right, the others are still not there. Okay, so I'm going to look back at GBP AUD. Okay, we are currently in a little bit of drawdown here. Okay, we are in a little bit of drawdown, but we'll see how the news is going to impact this guy. Right, because I did give myself enough room to breathe here. Alright, on the 1 minute here, I did give additional 3 pip to breathe. Okay, and if let's say I give it additional 2 more pips, alright, it will be somewhere here, but I will be risking myself a little bit more. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to put it additional to 5 pips, alright. Let me just check the price. 206. Okay, I give additional 5 pip stop, yeah, in total. Alright, so in total it's a 26 pip stop. Alright. Even though I know by pulling this guy lower, my risk here is slightly, by pulling this one, right, my risk here is supposed to be 0.25, it's added probably by a little. Okay, so I'm going to see how it goes. Since we are already in the trade, I'm going to let this guy run, alright? Regardless if he's going to hit my stop or to this destination here, I'm going to be fine with it, alright? Because I know I have already looked at the chart since Monday. I've been waiting for this guy and it finally came, and if I'm not taking it, then it's going to be a waste, alright? Okay, in about few more seconds, we'll have the news coming. All right. Okay, basically we are taken out because of the spread. All right, because of the spread. We are taken out because of the spread. All right. If we look at this, it closed at 140, which is slightly lower. But if you look at the candle here, it's not tapped in. It is not being taken out. But I'm not going to take another entry, right? Because this guy has already hit my stop, okay? Because of the news, so I'm not going to take another entry. All right, I'm going to ignore this guy here. Okay, so because of the news, we are being taken out by the spread. So it is a little bit, I would say it's a little bit of a shame there. But I'm not going to risk myself by taking it again. Alright, so I'm just going to let this run just to see if this guy really is going to pump. Okay. Plus, if we look at this, we have another sweep below this low here. Alright, we have another sweep here. So if I'm going to take this guy, I will probably wait for a much more solid confirmation. Alright, I'm going to wait for a much more solid confirmation. Okay, so the news is definitely against the dollar. Right, it's against the dollar. Right, it's 231, which shows a very bad result, which means unemployment claims is basically how many people are unemployed in the US. All right, the lesser it is, the better it is for the dollar. So the previous was at 209,000. They are forecasting it at 212, which already shows an increase of 3,000, which means there are additional 3,000 people unemployed. But the actual is 231,000, all right, which is a lot. So definitely it's not siding the US. So that is why we see gold pumped, GBP USD pumped, of course GBP AUD and all this is just being it's just part of it, all right, which means basically the news from the dollar will actually affect other pairs as well. All right, and if you look at this guy here, all right, at 8:30 this thing happened. All right, you see all these long wicks, all this happen. So I'm not gonna take any more risks right now until I have a much more solid confirmation, and then only I will look for opportunities again. Alright, if you look at GBP AUD here, alright, we are definitely still safe. Alright, we are not stopped out, but it's because of this, the spread here, which actually takes us out. Right, so but there's nothing that we can do. Okay, so I'm not going to just sit here and just think about this and try and revenge trade and place another order. All right, because if let's say you are going to place another order here, you are placing it somewhere here, which is a 16 pip stop only. All right, but to me, I'm not going to take another risk there. All right. Okay, so right now we'll just wait until we have maybe another possible trade that we can take. All right, if there is, then it will be something that I'm looking for. But right now it's definitely nothing that we can do about it. So we'll just wait until we see something. Okay, if you guys have any questions, feel free to just drop me a comment in the comment section. All right. Right. This one here, I'm still looking at this to see if there's a possible entry that we can be taking again. All right. This is going to be quite aggressive here. Ultimately, I think somewhere here is actually okay right now. But I want to see how far this guy is going to retrace. All right. I mean, how high is this going to go? All right, and then we will look for a second option, a second entry. All right, because the first one actually took us out by the spread, right? So we'll see if we can get a second entry here, and if there is, then we will hop in again, and using the same amount of risk, which is I use the 0.25% of my total account. Right now, gold is definitely nothing that we can do. There's no trade that is possible. Right, even though we see this tapping back to this zone here, all right, this zone here is the hour 4 sell zone. Okay, but I'm not going to take a risk and hop in so quickly. I'm going to ignore gold for now because there's definitely nothing I can do about it because I'm waiting for a buy at this level. All right. Is there any questions you guys would like to ask? Okay, I'm going to set a buy limit again. I'm still taking the same amount of risk this time to see if the second time's a charm for us. Alright? Right, the second entry is going to be a little bit more riskier, right, compared to the first, because we are not sure if this guy is going to reverse back again. All right, but if it does, then it's good for us. All right, so we'll see. We just take a little bit risk and see how it's going to go. Let's see if this guy is going to give us this tap here. All right. But if price is breaking this high, all right, it's where I will cancel my order. All right, if we have a candle closing above, then I will be canceling my order. All right, because this is where it starts to retrace, and we are targeting that this guy to collect at 618 here. All right, at the 618. So if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, then we'll cancel this, and uh, we'll just look forward to tomorrow. All right. So every day doesn't mean that if let's say you've been trading for a few years, it doesn't mean that these few years of trading is going to actually make you to be someone that is like a professional. All right. There are days where you lose. There are days where you win. All right. So that's just how it is. That's just how trading is. Right. So we'll just see if we are able to get something. Okay, and if it does, and if it gives us the entry that we are looking for, then yep, it will be good for us. But if it doesn't, then there's nothing that we can do about it. All right, because when the price comes here, it's about 1 to 1, I think, if it collects our order. Right, let me just check here, saying we have an entry here, stops at this level, and this is where we are targeting. Yep, we have a 1 to 1.24. All right, so I think it's quite reasonable already here. All right, so when it comes back here, then we'll just take partial set our break even and see how the price is going to run. And obviously we are going to be targeting all the way to the 15-minute high here. All right, we are targeting all the way to this 15-minute high here. Okay, and eventually breaking it and coming to this 50 zone. Right, because on the 15-minute we have a change of character here, which we know that we are targeting for this guy to actually pump, taking out this high and continue the move on the 15. All right, that is what we are targeting. All right, and that is what we are looking for. Okay, so we'll see how this guy is going to run. Like I said, I'm taking a little bit of risk, but I'm targeting a very huge profit here. All right. Okay, we may have a tap in. It tapped, but it's not collecting the order at the moment. Right, but if we do have a tap in, then it will be great. Just remember, this is a 3 pip buffer, yeah? From this low all the way here, it's a 3 pip buffer. Alright, I only give myself a 3 pip extra room to breathe to see how this guy is going to go. Okay, we have our order being taken. Alright, so we'll just wait until we see something out of this, alright? Bear in mind, this is a 10.7, almost 11 pip stop. It's a very tight stop. So make sure you guys manage your risk wisely and don't over leverage your account. Alright. Same thing, alert set here. I will be notified as soon as as the price hit this level. Alright. Okay, so right now we'll just look at other pairs. Okay, right now I don't have anything to take on gold. I'm not going to risk myself as well because I don't have any confirmations. I don't have any confirmations. GBP USD as well. Euro AUD as well. Euro CAD. Okay, so USD CAD is definitely something that we are not able to take here. And of course, we also have this break below. Giving me this high. And currently, I don't have a confirmed low. Okay, so we'll see how this guy is going to move, how this guy is going to run before we actually take any trade, right? NZD USD pumped again. Euro USD I'm going to use this guy here as a change, and this guy here as a BOS on the 15th for Euro USD. Alright, so currently this guy is still running. Hour 4 is definitely going up, but we don't have a tap in at this level. Okay, on the 15th it's showing this move here. So I'm not gonna do anything about it. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Okay, so AUD USD, it's something that we've been waiting for. Alright, hour 4 is definitely a downwards movement that we are looking. Okay, it tapped into this zone here on the 15th. Alright, so this is the first zone that it comes to. On the 1 minute, this is the newest high that we have. If we are being aggressive, we can be looking at this level. Okay, and of course, ultimately, we can also look at this level here. Okay, so I'm going to see which one comes first. But of course, I'm going to ultimately target all the way down to this low here on the hour 4. Alright, because this is the hour 4 range from this top to this top. This is the hour 4 range. Obviously I'm going to target to this level, but of course I will have to target this one first. I need this to be broken before I can target the full range on the hour 4. Okay, so if we look at hour 4 on AUD USD, right, this is a 281 pip TP. Okay, so we'll see if we can actually get something on AUD USD. Alright, as for GBP UAD, once we are in, we are in. Right, there's nothing we can do about it. Right, so if you're afraid, then of course you wouldn't be taking that trade. Alright, so once we are in means we are in, and we're just going to let it do its thing. Alright, like for me, I've taken the trade already. I'm just going to ignore. I'm not going to even keep jumping in and looking into it because I've an alert set here already. Right, so right now I'm much more keen on looking at AUD USD, which we have a possibility to actually take the whole hour 4 range here. Alright, so let's say we take an entry somewhere here, right? Let's say we are definitely going to target this TP here, alright, at 241 pips. Okay, so hopping down to the 15. We are not sure where we are going to be taking the entry. Okay, hopping down to the 1 minute, and currently this is what we are seeing. Right, so we'll just wait for something to happen. Right, this is a 1 to 18. 1 to 18. Alright. adjusting another 3 pip. It's a 22, 1 to 22 risk to reward here. Alright, a little bit crazy, but of course that's what we are going to target for. Alright, because it's the hour 4 range, so we're going to try and target the full range there. Alright, if you guys have any questions, make sure you guys just drop me a comment in the comment section. Alright, so I'll be able to help you guys out. Right, we are currently up by very minor profits, about 5 pips in total. Right, we are currently up by minor profits. We are up by 6, 7 pips. Okay, price is still running. Okay, I'm going to try and look at this one here first because I'm definitely going to start break even. All right. I'm still holding it. Yeah, I'm still holding it because it's not tapped to this level yet. Right, I'm still holding it. But of course, if you guys are in and if you want to break even or whatever, you're happy to do. You're okay, right? You're welcome, more than welcome to do so. All right, as long as you manage your trade wisely. Okay, we definitely have an instant break here, right? Right, adjusting the entry up to 1 to 34. Right, a little bit crazy. It's a 7 pip stop. We are targeting 1 to 34 risk to reward. Right, a little bit crazy here. We'll see how far these guys are going to dump, and then we'll look into it later. Alright, so I'm going to end my live, and for those of you that has taken the trade with me live, right, make sure you guys hop into my channel here, and I will give you guys the update on that trade in my channel. Alright, so make sure you guys just be aware there. Alright, and of course on AUD USD as well, I will update you guys if I'm taking this trade. Since I'm already in a buy for GBP AUD, I may or may not take this AUD USD sell trade. But of course I'll update you guys if I'm taking it. I will give you guys a signal in the channel. Alright, so make sure you guys hop in, and we'll see what the market is going to give us today. Alright, so thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you and bye bye.